Well folks, welcome back to Deep Dive Survivor, and guess where I'm to now? Welcome to Cupids, founded in 1610. So apparently this here is the birthplace of English Canada, and we have a monstrous iceberg in the area, according to the latest photos that I've seen on Facebook iceberg groups and stuff like that, and a few tips from my loved ones on my Facebook friends list. So shout out to everyone who's responding to my Facebook inquiries about our icebergs. It's May 2nd, the birds are chirping, the sun is out, everyone's froze to death in St. John's. It's only 5 degrees and it's that foggy you can't see across the road. They got the wood stoves going full bore, but out here people got their shirts off, they got their bikinis on, they got the clothes hung up out on the line. They're mowing the lawns because the grass is starting to grow. I mean, you just got to get out of the fog belt sometimes to enjoy the province and get in the sunlight again. So let's get down by the water and see what we can see. This is a cool little spot, you guys. Real quiet, calm, relaxing here. Got the mountains with the town tucked in right underneath them. People got their wood stoves going here too. The sun was out for a few minutes, but it's about 9 degrees Celsius. It's warmer than in town. It's twice the temperature it is in St. John's right now. And got a few ducks, a few boats in the area here. There's a young fella here. I'm gonna ask him if he knows where the iceberg is at. Hey bro, you know where the iceberg is to?
Yeah, so go to the end of this road there, take left and go on down the harbour.
Okay, awesome.
And he's there on the other side of the hill there.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, man.
No worries.
See, that's all you gotta do, folks, is ask one of the friendly locals here and they'll direct you exactly where to go. So come out here, take a left and go out to the end of the harbour, and he's there out at the end of the harbour, he said. Let's go out and see if we can find the iceberg for our own selves. Aye. And conditions are good for the drone, so we're gonna get a drone flight out around the iceberg for you guys today. And comment down below what your favorite part of this video is gonna be. And I'm having fun again already. I haven't been out here since I was a little boy, I think. I've been to Brigus, which is the next town over, but this is bringing back memories when I was just a little boy, 5-6 years old. We had an old beat up Chevy van with only one bench seat for the girls, and the boys had to sit on the wheel humps in the back. So my dad locked up the brakes, we go flying up into the front of the van. Mom would be flipping out, Dad would be laughing, we'd be laughing. It was good times, man. Those were the good old days. We even got a cannon here, folks. Old school cannon on wheels here. Real beautiful spot. I was gonna go over by that fish plant there, but it's still operational. And they had a sign there, private property, please keep out. And there's falling rock and stuff like that over there. So it's not safe to go in there unless you're an employee of the site. But that is a real old school cannon there, folks. Most likely brought over straight from England. Anyone know the history on that? I don't see a plaque on it or anything. Let's just check the other side here. Sometimes there's a plaque there explaining where it came from and stuff. Alright, let's get out and see if we can find the iceberg before it floats away. Well folks, we're here on the wharf here in Cupids, and we spotted the iceberg. It's right here behind me. We're going to send out the drone here now. What a beautiful sight. folks, if you want to get in a boat and go out and get real close to the icebergs, there's actually a fella here that's doing iceberg tours right in Cupids, and here's his phone number. Now we're gonna take off to Kelligrews in Conception Bay South, a town that's real close to St. John's, and supposed to be another big iceberg there. So we're gonna travel there now, and I'll show you a few of the older homes here in Cupids on our way out of this town. There's Skipper Ben's B&B. There's the local church. And here's the local museum, the Cupids Legacy Center. The only thing is, I find with these museums, I'm always in these small towns on the weekend. The museums are always closed. So let's get some people hired on to work on the weekends. That's when most people are touring around, especially the locals. They've got to work throughout the week and they want to tour around the province on the weekends, right? It's only the retired people that are going through here Monday to Friday. All the other people are also interested in museums, you guys. So shout out to all the towns. Let's get your museums open on the weekends and let's learn a bit more about the heritage and the history, you know? I'm just out here looking for plaques and looking for, there's an archaeological dig there in front of the Cupids Cove Plantation building. Alright, let's keep her going here. Alright folks, we've arrived at some type of memorial here, and it has a rock wall built all around it. Let's go in and see what it says. It's actually an obelisk. John Guy, first governor of Newfoundland, 1610. Mayor, Member of Parliament, and Master of the Society of Merchant Venturers of Bristol, England, I would imagine. This tablet is the gift of the citizens of Bristol and Society of Merchant Venturers. Christopher A. Hayes, Lord Mayor, 1910. Colonel Fred Cusack, and Master of the Society, 1910. This monument is erected under the auspices of the Newfoundland Historical Society with the insistence of the executive government of the colony, the corporation of the city of Bristol, the inhabitants of Cupids, and the contributions from the general community to commemorate the landing in the year of our Lord, MDCX, which I'm guessing is 1610. And near the site of this memorial of John Guy, first governor of Newfoundland, master of the Bristol Society of Merchant Venturers. The plantation which he founded in this place, then known as Cooper's Cove or Cuppers Cove, was the first chartered or lawfully authorized settlement to Newfoundland. In this settlement, its founder lived for a season and returned to his native city of Bristol to receive the honors. rewards and esteem of his fellow citizens. See, so we found a plaque and we learned a bit of history and heritage right here on the side of the road from John Guy. That's pretty cool. I myself like going into the museums and seeing all the old artifacts and getting a real proper history lesson, you know? But like I said, they're always closed on the weekends. What's up with that, man? Alright folks, I just found an example of one of the older homes here in Cupids, and I know it's an older home because it's literally built right on the road. And back in the day, probably built before there was cars and stuff on the go, they would build the houses literally a couple feet off of the road. Or maybe the road expanded and got closer to the house over time. I don't know, you guys let me know in the comments. But a lot of times people would go with horse and buggy or horse and carriage. And so here's an old salt box here. My Pop Newman would come by and he used to call it the hearse. He said, "What are you doing with the hearse up there in the field, boy? Put that hearse to work. What are you doing having a hearse and not doing any work with it?" You know? And Father would say, "Pop, boy, we did a bit of work with the hearse there last weekend." I said, "Yeah, we'll get that hearse to work." So this one looks like it has been renovated over the years. It's got newer clapboard on there, and it's being taken care of. But it is one of the older structures for sure. Turned out to be a beautiful day. You know, the weather is kind of dependent on where you are on the island, you know? Like St. John's today, it's +5 degrees, socked in with fog. You come out around the bay, it's a beautiful day. So don't delay, get out around the bay today and get a little bit of touring in for your own self. Get some fresh air and meet some of the locals out around the bay, because they're some of the most friendliest people you'll ever meet. And you'll learn a little bit about your heritage and about your history. You probably get some tasty seafood or home-baked goods, or you might see a moose. You know, the polar bears are here now. They're coming ashore up in St. Anthony, and they come down from the Arctic and from Labrador, northern Quebec, stuff like that, to feast on the seals that come down on the ice floes towards Newfoundland. And when they're all done feasting on the seals, they'll come ashore and digest, because they'll be so bloated on eating seal pups that they can't swim. So they'll go to land, they'll digest, and then they'll swim out to the ice floes and eat some more seal pups, and eventually they swim back up north, from what I'm hearing online. Or they'll travel overland. They'll swim across from Newfoundland back to Labrador and travel by land back up to their homes in the Arctic. And it's an exciting time. It's May 2nd here now. This is peak tourism season from May to end of October. We've got polar bears, icebergs, whales. The capelin are coming soon. They're going to be rolling up on the beaches, which means cod season on Canada Day, July 1st. There's going to be mega cod. Our stocks have recovered, and the last couple years we've noticed the cod are bigger, they're more plentiful, and it's just a friggin' blast. So I'm counting down the days to cod season. That's one of my favorite things to do in summer. All right, so let's keep her going, folks, to see what else we can see before we leave Cupids. Well, folks, I found another beautiful salt box house here from way back in the day. Check this out. She's in rough shape. She's seen better days. But these towns are beautiful. It's a great spot to come out and have a walk. There's not much traffic, and if there is, they're going slow. It's got some plywood skirting, so I'm guessing it's built on piers, either concrete piers or wooden piers. It looks like they had a garage at one point that burnt down. And there's the remnants of it. Alright, folks, it's time to jump back on the highway, head back towards St. John's. We're going to stop in Conception Bay South in the Kelligrews area, which is literally 10 minutes from St. John's. The town of Cupids is only about 35 minutes via the Trans-Canada Highway. And we're having fun. We're back at it. Deep Dive Survivor. Boys are out for a cruise in their Trans Am, I think it was. Or Camaro. Some type of Chevy car there. Friggin' enjoying myself, man. Nothing better to do on a Saturday. Get out and explore and share it with everyone on YouTube. Follow me on Facebook and on Instagram as well, folks. Folks, we got one more treat for you before we leave town of Cupids here in Newfoundland. Spotted an old school Chevy custom 10 Deluxe, the 350 in it, V8. Look how beautiful this thing is. I like how it's two-tone. It's got the beautiful orange or reddish color. Nice tread. She sits nice and strong. The chrome is in beautiful shape. It's got the side step box on it. There's lots of when you get out around the bay in these smaller towns, lots of beautiful antique cars out here. On the sunny days, especially on the weekends, you'll see them cruising around. They'll come out of the garages. There's actually a museum with like over 100 antiques on it down in Swift Current, and it's on the highway on the way down to Marystown, the Burin Peninsula. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to go out and make a video out there. I actually met the brother of the owner. The brother of the owner was actually one of my teachers. Shout out to Barry. He's one of my instructors at the heavy equipment school I went to for my heavy equipment course and my class 3 tandem dump truck training. Let me know if you guys want me to go out there and make a video on that. Well, folks, I'm here now in Upper Gullies, which is just north of the town of Kelligrews, here in Conception Bay South. And there's a real big iceberg out here, but it's a lot further offshore. That would probably be the longest flight I ever made with the drone. Still not 100% sure if I should do it. And it's hard to judge the distance, you know, like it's got to be more, probably a couple of kilometers offshore, I'm not sure. Right out there, see? And we got a boat right here with several people on it. And it's a beautiful day. Sun is coming in a few different areas here. And the reason being I'm not sure about it is the drone is not 100% charged. So I should have had it on charge on the way back from Cupids. But I just started charging it here in CBS. And it's somewhere between 50 and 75%. It's got 4 bars and it's flashing on the 3rd bar right now, so that means that it's less than 75%. What do you guys think? Still charging there now. I mean, it's a big one. I want to see it with the drone. I'm gonna have to make a decision here. folks, we made it. I estimated around 2 kilometers out, and I looked at the drone remote control. It tells me how far away the drone is from the remote control, and it was actually 1950 meters, so almost 2 kilometers offshore from where I'm standing at the end of Roberts Road North. And had a lot of fun. You can see there's a pond actually from the melting water on top of the iceberg, and there was a few seagulls out there that I kind of spooked, and they all took off. Had a great time making this video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram. I normally put a little bit different content on each platform so that you're not seeing the same thing 3 times. And so follow me on all 3, and we'll see you on the next one. Deep Dive Survivor.